We're going to call the November 5th Board of Education meeting to order. Roll call, please, Luanda.
Dan Eagleheart.
Here.
Quentin Martin. Cindy Kleiner. Here. Matt Melvin.
Here.
Mindy Rampler. Here. Ryan Van Duyn.
Here.
Ken Miller.
And the pledge, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. Good to see the people here. At least we'll see what happens when we go on. Are there any communications from the floor or anything regarding agenda items in general? All right, then hearing none, board members. Are there any items from that you would like to have removed from the consent agenda? Hearing none, then I will entertain a first and second motion to approve the consent agenda, including the minutes and the closed session minutes from the regular meeting of October 1st, board study session as a whole of October 29th, the September activity fund reports, September treasurer's report, October manual monthly check report, the October payrolls, November accounts payable, personnel items including approval of employments, leave requests, extracurricular assignments, and to approve the following building usage requests as listed. Dan so moves and Mindy seconds. Roll call, please, Luanda.
Dan Eagleheart.
Yes.
Mindy Rampler. Quentin Martin.
Yes.
Cindy Kleiner. Yes. Matt Melvin.
Yeah.
Ryan Van Duyn.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. Any questions about any of the administrative? Actually, it was very short. That. Well, I had to like this. Somebody. Hello. It's here at next month. Middle school in them. Oh, I'm sorry, there was more. Okay, Luke, anything,
Nothing to add, but happy to answer any questions.
anybody have any questions, Luke? Special or student search report. Okay, Jen,
I just want to point out our designations, they came in finally, and those are listed in your board book. As you can see from the score, they were all extremely close to reaching that exemplary status. But the high school and the intermediate school were able to reach exemplary. They are changing that for next year again. So, hopefully I will be going Friday, depending on the soccer outcome, but hopefully I will be there Friday, down in Bloomington to learn about the new design.
Asked Jen to put something together for the next either study session or board meeting that we have. Kind of with that, these just came out officially on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday of last week. But just to hit it, like she said, for two of our schools to get exemplary is great. We'd love for all five of them, but to be within 3 points of being exemplary for the other ones, very proud of our administrators, our staff, our students, the effort they put in there. We're always looking to continue to get better, and we'll see what kind of targets we're trying to hit next year. But a lot of these, if you look, some of them were attendance. If attendance would have been a little bit better, we may have got. There's a couple of things here and there that could have changed those. But overall, happy with what job we did. But we always know there's room for more.
any questions from any of the board members? Okay, Mr. Spencer, we're down to you.
All right, I just have a few things here. Just remind, we got a joint annual conference coming up November 20th through the 23rd. If anyone does need a ride, please let us know. Luanda or myself will get it coordinated. Pretty soon, Luanda will be emailing everyone your own itinerary to sign up for any of the classes, but also with the events that are going on. I did send an email out today to each of you individually asking what ones you're interested in going to. We could definitely talk about that. If you have questions, let me know. I know some of the new ones might have some idea or questions about what it really is. Next Monday, exciting, Mr. Cripple, the high school staff started last year. We'll be hosting a veterans breakfast at 7:30 a.m. So we're very excited about that. We invite veterans to come in. I say we, the high school really takes this and runs with it, and have a breakfast forum, gives kids a chance to sit down and talk with them. So if you don't know any veterans, tell them they don't have to register. They do have registration for it, but we know that happens sometimes. Of course, welcome to attend that. It's usually about an hour long. His goal is eventually to get a speaker come in once, maybe every 2 or 3 years, to come in and talk to the student body. With that, just haven't developed yet, but I think it's something to look forward to doing in the near future. I will be speaking on Veterans Day at the Diamond Hall. They have a Veterans Appreciation Luncheon sponsored by Whole City Library, so something invited Dr. Bug to that I continue to go to that. It's very nice. Middle school musical starts next week. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday is at 7. Sunday is at 2 in the afternoon. That'll be at the Performing Arts Center. You're probably well aware of that our football team won their first playoff game, headed to the second round to Dixon Friday night at 7, I believe. And super exciting, continue with that as our soccer team won, as Mrs. Kinney alluded to, first ever regional, sectional, and super sectional. And they are playing tomorrow night at the state tournament. They're one of 4 teams left in 1A. Very exciting. They play at 7:30 tomorrow night in Hoffman Estates. If they win, they play at 2:30, I believe, on Saturday. If unfortunately they lose, they play Friday at 11:30, all at Hoffman Estates. So, but they've got 2 games left. One of 4 teams in Class 1A to be able to do that. So, first time we've ever had that. So super excited. Very proud of the students, the coaches. And, last Saturday, I guess they had an amazing crowd. I was out of town, unfortunately, but it sounded like the crowd was awesome there for that and stuck around. The student council at the high school put on a nice little cookout for the high school students, and they stuck around for the football team too. So what a great game to get Kohler last Saturday. But you know, give their student council credit for put that on and get their kids there. So it's a great thing. The last thing I have is this time of year, in order to recognize the outstanding efforts of our nearly 6,000 elected school board members throughout the state, November 15th of each year is designated as School Member Appreciation Day in Illinois. It's an opportunity to build community awareness and understanding about the essential role locally elected Board of Education members assume in a representative democracy. This year's School Board Members Day theme is the heart of local education. At this time, I just want to take a moment and recognize all our members and their years of service. Dan Engelhardt has been here with us for 2 years and 11 months of service. Quint Harmon, 16 years, 6 months of service. Cindy Klein, 2 years and 7 months of service. Matt Melton is newly elected, 7 months of service. Ken Miller, 18 years and 7 months of service. Mindy Ramp is 7 months of service, and Ryan Van Dyne, 7 months of service. Thank you all for your service to our community. People don't know until they sit in this seat, or they know you rule out how much time and effort you put into this, and we double your salary every day. So we do appreciate it though, but I think that's a nice round of applause for you, it's definitely well. So and other than that, I would entertain any questions about anything, if anybody has.
Anybody have any questions of Chris? All right, let's move on to the GABC report. Dan, anything you want to add?
Nothing to add, but if anybody wants to add something.
Anybody have any questions about that?
I don't have any questions, but I do want to say I did partake in the open house that they had. And if you've never been there, you really don't know what all is happening. It's amazing.
It is.
The opportunities that the kids in this district, it's incredible.
Yeah, they do a great job, and a lot of good things and a lot of things that if necessarily they're not going out of school. You can from there, but some of them can't, some of them don't, and it's a great opportunity for them. Yeah.
And anytime somebody wasn't able to attend, and you'd like a tour, we can set something up. Definitely be glad to do that. I know Mr. Coles is willing, and he's able to do that as well. So it is they do some great things over there, and you'd be surprised when you walk into it, thinking it's a classroom and some of the stuff they have set up. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, any questions about the athletic director's report? All right, are there any communications from the floor in regard to agenda items or anything in general at this point? All right, then let's go ahead with old business. I'll entertain a first and second motion to approve the annexation of parcel 9-3-351-004 and parcel 9-4-400-004 to the village of Coal City. Dan so moves and Cindy seconds.
Just briefly talking about this on last Wednesday, this is the Early Childhood Center, as well as the land across the street, kind of behind us here, the farmland that the district owns. This just allows us to move forward with talking with the village. The village approached us and asked if we were interested in it being annexed. It just helps us move forward with that, and then I'll contact Matt Fritz and ask him what the next part, if he needs what he needs from us, and we'll move forward with it. So, yep.
Okay, any questions about that? Roll call, please, Luana.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Brett Carter.
Yes.
Matt Melvin.
Yes.
Cindy Ramper.
Yes.
Ryan Van Dyne.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I'll entertain a first and second motion to adopt the tentative 2025 property tax levy for the Coal City Community Unit District Number 1. Dan so moves. Do I have a second? Quinn seconds. Jay?
Yeah, so I just want to spend a few minutes to reiterate what we talked about last week at the study session. Remember that this is for the levy cycle. That will finalize in December. This is a tentative levy. We're looking for funds that will be extended to the district to help fund the 27 fiscal year. Just a reminder that in December of 2026, that will be the last levy. It goes along with our agreement with Constellation, and so we hope to be renegotiating that here soon. But just keep in mind our timeframes. As I said last week, the assessor's office gave us estimated EAV numbers. A lot of you got your assessments in your mailbox this week. Just as a reminder, the county assessor puts the value on your home, not us. But as a result of their work, they show an estimated EAV by the time you get to the calculated rate of about $990 million. Just remind everyone that Dresden Nuclear Station is 520 million of that. And all other EAV, which would be all the other parcels, industries, properties inside our district boundaries, total about 470 million. As we've done for several years, obviously we spend a lot of time at this time of the year looking at the GE Hitachi property. That 6.4 million in value is included in the all other EAV right now. As you know, we believe the value is different, and during the levy process, we levy in such a way that we try to capture that value in the event that we're successful with the board review or with the property tax appeal board further down the road. So as a result of that, we're using a number that's about $200 million higher than the 990 million as the estimated EAV, and we're levying against that accordingly. Remember that, however, if the board of review doesn't agree with our number, or the property tax appeal board for that matter, the trigger rates that are part of our agreement with Constellation kick into effect, and then the levy is limited based upon that rate. In general, our tax rate is less than $3.40. If we get the GE Hitachi property affirmed at our number, it would put us at a tax rate of about $3.32 and generate an extension of $39.5 million. That's what the tentative levy looks like and is predicated upon. That represents a 22% increase in the levy compared to what was extended to us in the previous year. Now, that is not likely to happen, which means that when the trigger rates are applied, when the extension rolls around, we'll really be looking at about a $33.5 million extension, which will fix the rates somewhere about $3.39. It will probably actually be lower than that. It'll be closer to $3.37 where it was this year, which only represents a 2.2% increase in levy. So from a truth in taxation hearing perspective, we exceed the 5% trigger, and this district has, for as long as I've been in the chair, had a truth in taxation hearing anyway, whether we need it or not. So we will be having one of those in December. But just again, keep in mind that if things follow suit like they have the last 4 years, that actual increase is only about 2.2%. And
So real
so,
quick, 1 second, if I could interject.
Yeah.
And I think this is where last year especially there was some confusion. Our taxes aren't going up 22%, the rate actually is dropping, so your taxes, our taxes might be going up how much you pay, but the percent of it is not. That is just what it is from last year's extension, so.
these are the kind of the gritty details. That certificate of tax levy will be on file again, about $39.5 million. And then in the event that the G Hitachi facility is valued at closer to what our appraisal is, obviously that's going to generate additional extension. If that happens, the board will have conversations as to where that extension kind of falls. But again, most likely, this will result in a settlement between ourselves and G Hitachi at some point in time down the road. So the certificate of tax levy that is going to be posted kind of as tentative, and it'll be on file. We'll see again at the December meeting for the public hearing, and then for final approval of the levy, then I'll file it in December. And so it could still change between now and then. We're hopeful to meet with the finance committee here in the next couple of weeks to talk about just some other strategy pieces. But in general, that's a reflection of what we talked about last week at study session. So I would certainly entertain any questions any of the board members would have.
Anybody have any questions?
I guess I just want to mention that I did talk to Jason last week, kind of went through the individual levy requests. And there are certain restricted funds such as Social Security and IMRF where, in my opinion, we're levying too much. Those funds are basically restricted. We have, good help reserving those. We can levy each year, they're not capped. So I guess what I proposed to Jason that would result in about a $500,000 real tax savings. By leveraging a couple of restricted funds. Again, Mr. Spencer mentioned that's Jason reached out, we had a great discussion over the phone, and something with the finance committee that try to get together with Quint the next couple of weeks here and discuss the levy, just something with opportunities. I heard the phrase that if we can tax it, we should tax it. If we don't do it now, we lose that. And that makes sense to an extent, possibly. With the education fund, for example, that's an important fund, that's our general fund, and there's a $4.4 million initial budget loss this year, so the need for revenue is there. Both some of these restricted purposes where you can levy on as needed basis, and for example, the Social Security IRA fund, I believe, was requested around 693, Jason, and actual expenses last year were around 495,000. So. There's opportunity there where we can levy each individual year and opportunity for some savings there. So, again, the strategy makes sense in certain funds like working cash, education fund, but with the restricted funds, we already have a 12-month reserve and can levy on an annual basis. I saw the opportunity for reduction. So, again, thanks Jason for the meeting, and I'm trying to get together and discuss a couple of things. Just wanted to report it on that.
Okay, any other comments? Roll call, please, Luana.
Danny Eagleheart,
Yes.
Rick Harden,
Yes.
Jimmy Klein,
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Yes.
Cindy Randall,
Yes.
Ryan Van Dyne,
Yes.
Ken Hope.
Yes. Okay, we'll entertain the first and second motion to approve the resolution authorizing Whitlaw to file the assessment complaints with the Grundy County Assessor's Office and to waive the reading of the resolution. Indy so moves and Brian seconds. Anything you want to mention about that?
We talked briefly about this, it's something we've done the last few years because just a reminder, G Hitachi, as Jason said, is a little over 60 million is what it's been for the last 4 years. And we believe it's to be over 200 million. This allows us to, as it goes down through the board of reviews, if they come in favor for us to be able to collect that. Also, if it goes to PTAB, still think it's still in the book. So this allows Whitlaw to be able to go forward with that. Again, reminder, this is no other facility like it in the country. We've been housing, we as our community has been housing spent nuclear fuels for since the 70s. A lot of unknown until the last few years. So definitely like to move forward with that. Appreciate that.
And we're not the only group involved with that either.
Correct. Yeah, the other taxing.
The other taxing bodies are involved too, so. Okay, roll call, please, Luana.
Ricky Randall, Ryan Van Dyne,
Yes.
Danny Eagleheart,
Yes.
Rick Harden,
Yes.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Abstain.
Ken Miller.
Yes. We'll entertain a first and second motion to approve the high school band and chorus FY27 spring break trip to Disney as presented. And so moves and Cindy seconds, and do you want to mention about that?
Andy came in, Ms. Turnus came in last week and talked about that. There's an enclosure there if you want to look at any more details, but I think it's a great opportunity for persons to participate.
I think it is good. Okay, roll call please, Luana.
Dan Engelhardt,
Yes.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Whit Harman,
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Yes.
Cindy Rambo, Brian Van Dyne,
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I'll entertain a first and second motion to approve renewing the 5-year agreement with Rival Five at a monthly cost of $4,664 as presented. Cindy so moves and Ryan seconds. Jay, anything you want to mention about that?
No, nothing further. We discussed that. We covered it last week.
Roll call please, Luana.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Brian Van Dyne,
Yes.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Harman,
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Yes.
Cindy Rambo, Ken Miller.
Yes. Okay, that takes care of old business. Let's move on to new business then. I'll entertain a first and second motion to approve the FY 26 school library per capita grant application and affirm the conditions outlined as being adhered to throughout the district. Quinn so moves and Dan seconds.
Yeah, it's something we do every year. Appreciate District Librarian Allison Peterson, who prepares this grant for the district each year. Appreciate her efforts in securing it. It's just something that helps benefit our kids and our libraries and our district, so.
Okay, roll call please, Luana.
Whit Harman,
Yes.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Yes.
Cindy Rambo, Brian Van Dyne,
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. Entertain a first and second motion to approve the following mid-year graduate student numbers. Now, hang on, I got a lot to read here, okay? 2026091, 2026085, 2026205, 2027033, 2026103, 2026218, 2025809, 2026340, and 2026070. Dan so moved. Do I have a second? Cindy seconds. Something we do every year. We approve the mid-year graduates, not by name, but by number, okay? Roll call, please, Luana.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Whit Harman,
Yes.
Matt Melvin.
Yes.
Cindy Rambo, Brian Van Dyne,
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I'll entertain a first and second motion to approve the filing of the quarterly dropout report of the Regional Office of Education for the quarter ending October 15th, 2025. Dan so moves. Do I have a second? Mindy seconds. Roll call, please, Luana. This is something we do every year, by the way. Roll call, please, Luana.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Cindy Rambo, Whit Harman,
Yes.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Yes.
Brian Van Dyne,
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I'll entertain a first and second motion for the Board of Education to adopt the budget calendar as presented and appoint the superintendent, chief school business official, and building principals to prepare and tentatively form the school district budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2026 and ending June 30th, 2027. Cindy so moves and seconds.
Just this time of year, it seems weird that we're talking about budget already in November for 27, but yes, it is that time that we start going, and what it does, it puts in place the calendar that we'll start working with our staff. We've already started telling the principals to start working on capital projects for next year, so just the process we go through.
Roll call, please, Luana.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Whit Harman.
Yes.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Yes.
Cindy Rambo, Brian Van Dyne,
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. I'll entertain a first and second motion to approve the memorandum of understanding between the Board of Education and Child Care Resource and Referral. And so moves and Cindy seconds. Luke, anything you want to mention about that?
Just a referral service that we utilize from time to time. This is part of our preschool for all grant that we're required to have so many MOUs on file, and this is just one of them. So we've had this for a few years.
Okay, any questions? Okay, roll call, please, Luana.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Whit Harman,
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Yes.
Cindy Rambo, Brian Van Dyne,
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. Entertain a first and second motion to approve the 36-month agreement renewal with Mac and Associates for auditing services as presented. Brian so moves. Do I have a second? Dan seconds. Anything you want to mention about that, Jay?
No, it's just time to renew the agreement with Mac Associates. They've been providing audit services for a good number of years.
Roll call, please, Luana.
Brian Van Dyne,
Yes.
Dan Engelhardt,
Yes.
Whit Harman,
Yes.
Cindy Klein,
Yes.
Matt Melvin,
Yes.
Cindy Rambo, Ken Miller.
We've had the first reading of policies. Anything you want to mention about that?
So they just came out late last week, I believe it was. So I will be contacting Cindy and Mindy, and as you can see, there are a lot of them. We'll spend a few few minutes going through those. But we'll spend next over the next few weeks, I'll spend time we'll get together and people for those. Appreciate their effort.
Still like that Cindy and Mindy thing. Cindy
All as well.
and Mindy doing it. I'm glad that I don't have to. All right, moving on, then I'll entertain a first and second motion to approve the agreement with Computer Information Concepts. As presented. Mindy so moves and Quinn seconds. Anything you want to mention there, Jay?
So we spoke about this earlier at a previous study session about our student management system. This approval tonight will let me execute the agreements with Infinite Campus. And that would start a timeline for us in order to convert our systems and platforms and have it in place for the start of next school year.
Okay, roll call please, Luana.
Cindy Rampton. Mike Harmon.
Yes.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Matt Melvin.
Yes.
Ryan Van Dyke.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes. Are there any items not known at agenda time preparation? Or any communication from the floor or on agenda items or anything in general? Hearing none, then it's 6:26. I will entertain a first and second motion to go into closed session for the purpose of considering information regarding the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, and individual student issues. Dan so moves and Quint seconds. Roll call, please, Luana.
Dan Engelhardt.
Yes.
Mike Harmon.
Yes.
Cindy Klein.
Yes.
Matt Melvin.
Yes.
Cindy Rampton.
Yes.
Ryan Van Dyke.
Yes.
Ken Miller.
Yes.